What up, kings, moguls, magnates, and tycoons? Today I'm going to be telling y'all about the things that women do not want you to know about female nature. So I know I'm going to get some hate for this one because I'm telling these female secrets out here that they don't want y'all to know. Alright, so number one is that more than likely she is fucked on the first date. Now listen, I'm not talking about like for those of y'all that are in middle school, like yeah, if she's 13, probably not. But if you're in high school, college, after college, more than likely she is fucked on the first date. Like, yes, even that one. Like, you might be saying, but oh, Heather's not like that. She goes to Bible study every Sunday, and like, listen, Heather is like that. Guys, what you don't understand is she doesn't fuck on the first date for everyone, but if you're that guy, you make her feel that type of way, she'll bust it open for you on the first date. And listen, a girl that busts it open on the first date is not necessarily a hoe. She might be, but not necessarily. You might be that guy that does it for her in that moment. And she might make all these other simps wait 3, 4, 5, 6 dates, but you're just that dude. You just do it for her. So she'll bust it open right there for you. But you got to have the seduction on point. You got to have the charisma on point. And listen, something that happens is in high school, there's these parents, like especially these dads, like they know their daughter's hot, okay? They know they know what guys want to do, so they'll be like prison guards to their daughters, right? Like they'll be taking them to soccer practice. They'll be like on their ass all the time. And listen, sometimes these girls are sneaky enough to still like. I know girls that in high school, even with strict parents, they still getting dogged out. But sometimes these girls have such strict parents that what ends up happening is they're dead ass virgins in high school, then they go to college. It's like they got out of prison, and then they go butt fuck crazy, and that's why these college girls are out here just busting it open for anything with two legs that can walk, and like they doing the craziest shit. That's why. Number two, all women are at least somewhat attracted to money. Now, some more than others. Like for example, you got gold diggers out here, they'll tell you straight up like you not fucking until like you spend at least a rack. And then there's others that like money isn't the top of their priorities. And listen, that sexual charisma and that masculine frame, that gonna get the interest up. That's even gonna get you the pussy. Listen, but after a while, give it a couple months, you'll see she's gonna start asking some financial questions. She's gonna ask, "How's the job doing? How's the business doing? You got any overtime?" And then she's gonna be like, "Where do you see yourself in 5 years?" And if you're smart, you're gonna sell her a dream. You're gonna be like, "Well, I see myself on a 500-foot yacht," and just like, if you talk well, you're gonna keep her around long enough. But listen, even if she sees you as an alpha male, even if you're driving a 1990 Honda Civic, and you think, well, I don't even have anything, like, she doesn't like me for money. Listen, that means your personality's on point. It means you meet the minimum look requirement, and you're doing everything right. But eventually, she's going to start asking these financial questions, and this is just all female hypergamy. And listen, I'll give you this. When you're in high school, when you're in college, or even like early 20s, this doesn't matter so much. But once women start maturing, they're ready to settle down, they're ready to start a family. That matters a whole lot, because no woman in her right mind wants to start a family with some guy that is a burger flipper at McDonald's. So, listen, even let's say you're living in your mama's basement, you will get the ass if you got the personality and the charisma on point, where you're not keeping her around, especially once you start like trying to deal with these more mature women, you're not keeping her around. Like, oh yeah, you can fuck the high school slut, that's no problem. But once you start actually dealing with these high value women that have some self respect for themselves, then you gotta have your shit together. Number three, and I'm gonna get some hate for this one. There's gonna be a lot of women out here denying the fuck out of this one. But a lot of women are bi. Now listen, if you carefully, like when you're out with your girl in public, carefully watch her eyes. And when you see a hot girl pass by, I almost guarantee she gonna do some checking out. And then they're gonna say, well, they're checking out their goddamn Louis bags. Alright, I will give you this. They care about their outfits a lot more than guys do. But they also looking at ass and titties. And if you still don't believe me, after this video, go on Instagram right now. Go to the hottest girl in your school's Instagram profile and read the comments. I know there's going to be some simps in there, but there's also going to be a lot of girls saying like, oh, I wish I looked like that. Wow, you're so beautiful. You're so gorgeous. Heart eyes, star eyes, all that shit. You really think she wouldn't like suck on those titties? You really think she wouldn't eat that girl pussy? Man, you tripping. See, listen, a lot of girls, they're willing to do threesomes. They're willing to do all this like lesbian shit with the right guy. Like, she got to be chasing your validation. She's not going to do that for old Billy Beta over there. But for Tyrone, for Chad, oh yeah, she going to bring other girls in the bedroom. No question about that. A lot of women have very low self-esteem and low self-confidence. This is why you see them out here every time they take an Instagram post. You want to know why? They're always like posting on their story saying like run up the likes, run up the comments. Then they put it on their Snapchat story. Then like every time they make a TikTok, they share it to their Instagram and their Snapchat, because the more likes they get, the more comments they get, that boosts up their self-esteem. You see, when they don't get a lot of likes, it tears them down inside. And so another thing that women will do is you're going to see them dressing real slutty. And then they're either going to get their attention and validation by being attention whores and rejecting a lot of guys and getting validation that way, or they're going to get their validation by fucking a lot of guys. And there are some guys that have big insecurities and low self-confidence. These are the guys with the 15 chains and like the watch on each wrist. They're bumping Pooh Shiesty at the stoplight loud as fuck, and like they got the muffler delete, they're revving the engine. You know what every girl thinks? Like, that guy got that shrimp. So what every girl thinks. And let me tell you where these insecurities come from with women. They always compare themselves to hotter women. Even if you see her as a 10, she'll go on Instagram, she'll see something that's hotter than her. And listen, these Instagram models, like, I'm not even going to get into the Photoshop and all that. Some of them be bad as hell. And when, like, this regular, like, high school girl be comparing herself to these Instagram models, she feels horrible about herself. So that's why she needs all this male validation. And guys, if you don't feed them scraps, they're going to get it somewhere else. So you got to feed them some scraps when they ask for it. Don't be out here feeding them a whole 5-course meal when they aren't even hungry. Listen, once they're hungry, once they're a little bit famished, once they're starving, you give them a little bite. Women want a strong, masculine man. They don't want some guy to be all like cowered in the corner, shaking. They don't want some guy to cry with them like some guys like, I want my boyfriend to be emotional. No, bitch, you'll put that emotional ass motherfucker straight to the friend zone. Shit. But the real one gonna be laying the pipe, and the real one, he about to say like, this what the fuck it is, this what it ain't. Now bitch, shut the fuck up. Now it's not like a dictatorship. Like, she'll still have like you'll still take into consideration what she wants, but at the end of the day, you're the one making the decisions. Like, and don't be taking this to the extreme. Like, she can like goddamn drive and shit, but don't be out here just like thinking, so what do you want to do? What do you like? No, you're the one making. You're the one saying where y'all going. You're the one saying what y'all doing. You can take her opinion into consideration, but the final opinion is yours. And listen, women, it's in their nature to want a guy that can protect and provide. And the provide thing really like starts to come into play once they get a little bit older. They're ready to start a family, but like they want to they want to feel safe with the guy. They don't want the guy that like anytime he sees his shadow, he gets all startled and starts shaking. They don't want like anytime like they just don't want an emotional man. And like I'm not saying like don't show major emotions. Like I'm not just saying like stifle your emotions and shit. But listen, anytime on the emotional scale something's like a 2 or a 3, like don't let that bother you. Like yeah, if it's a 10, like if some serious ass shit happened, then yeah you could get mad. Like but don't be out here just like anytime she walks in the room start cowering and shaking. And before you say like that doesn't happen, there's no way people just start like cowering and shaking from their own shadow. I've seen it with my own eyes, and let's just say that shit does not look masculine, and women are not attracted to that shit. Rejection destroys them. See, this is why you're rarely gonna see a woman that steps up to you, and the only time you're gonna see a woman step up to you is if she's hella desperate. Like, okay, if she's 350 pounds, oh yeah, she's gonna be stepping up to every single guy that walked by because she's desperate. But any woman with an ounce of self-respect is not gonna be stepping up to any guys. She's just gonna wait for the guys to step down on her. And listen, the reason for this is because she wants to be the one doing the rejecting. She could never like accept that she's not good enough for some guys. And if a guy rejects her, that shows her right there that she's not good enough for him, that he's higher value than her. And guys, have you ever been like met a girl online, like met up with her at Starbucks or something, and seen like she a little bit big in like she a little bit big, or she must have some good camera angles or something, or some makeup on, because online she looked like an 8. In real life she looks like a soft 6. Look her ass up and down, say like, yeah, this not gonna work out, walk your ass. She about to fall into a deep depression. I'm telling you that shit right now. Listen, rejection destroys them. See, they want to be doing the rejecting. They want everyone to be like pursuing them. They want they want to walk around like the prime minister of North Korea, but on the inside they're insecure as fuck. And it's like, think of it like this: their ego is like a wound that's stitched up, and when you reject them, it's basically like cutting that shit open with a machete. So and something else is when you, let's say you already made a little attachment with the woman, and then you start pulling back, she's gonna chase you. And it's not even so much about you. She's chasing that validation. Or what she might do is she might chase you so that she could do the breakup, so that it makes her feel better, it strokes her ego, and so she can think like, yeah, I'm the one that's pulling back, even though damn well you was the one that was doing that shit. Preselection is very important. I'm gonna read y'all a quick excerpt from The Art of Seduction by Robert Greene. This really talks about how preselection is very important. Imagine a large social gathering where you see a man alone whom nobody talks to for any length of time, and who is wandering around without company. Isn't there some kind of self-fulfilling isolation about him? Why is he alone? Why is he avoided? There has to be a reason. Until someone takes pity on this man and starts up a conversation with him, he will look unwanted and unwantable. But over there in another corner, a woman is surrounded by people. They laugh at her remarks, and as they laugh, others join the group. Attracted by this gaiety, When she moves around, people follow. Her face is glowing with attention. There has to be a reason. In both cases, of course, there doesn't actually have to be a reason at all. The neglected man may have quite charming qualities, suppose you ever talk to him, but you likely won't. Desirability is a social illusion. Its source is less what you say or do, or any kind of boasting or self advertisement, than the sense that other people desire you. To turn your target's interest into something deeper, into desire, you must make them see you as a person whom others cherish and covet. Make people compete for your attention. Make them see you as sought after by everyone else. The aura of desirability will envelop you. So, guys, when you show pre-selection, when you show other people want you, it makes you much more attractive to women. And obviously, like, I don't think any of y'all are dumb enough to just go up to a girl and say, like, I've never had a girlfriend before. I've never been on a date before. Last time I was on a date was in 6th grade. And, like, I don't think any of y'all are that dumb, but it goes deeper than that. See, when you're out with a woman, you need to cultivate just that room presence where other women check you out. Other women are thinking in your head, like, oh, if he attracted her, then he must be good in bed. He must have a big dick. He must have something because he attracted her. And guys are going to look at you saying, like, wow, that guy must be a player. Look at the dime piece he attracted. But when you're out with a woman and you're not getting that kind of attention, see, women, they're going to feel like, this guy's kind of weird. Like, why isn't anyone looking at him? And that's going to kill their attraction. Another thing that is a killer of attraction is showing scarcity. Start double texting. Start, did you get my text message? Start calling her a bunch of times a day. Her attraction going to hit rock bottom fast as fuck. You need to act like you got options, even if you don't. Don't be out here, like, waiting, like, oh, is she going to text back? Is she going to text back? You got shit to worry about. Don't be worrying about, is she going to text back? Listen, you should be on your purpose. Women shouldn't even be in your top 5, maybe top 10. But you shouldn't be focused on, like, oh, like, baby, where you at? Let me holler at you. Let me do all this. You just focus on, build and they will come. The bitch is going to come to you. Just got to believe in yourself. Believe in the grind. And when you're with them, show pre-selection. Don't act like she's the only one. Y'all better have gotten your one-itis cured. Like, I know it happens to most of us. I suffered from one-itis for a little bit. I got that shit cured. I'm handing out the vaccine to y'all motherfuckers. Don't give them too much certainty. Don't kill the mystery. I'm going to read y'all another excerpt from The Art of Seduction that really brings home this point. Do not make the mistake of thinking they will lose interest unless you apply pressure, or that they will enjoy a flood of attention. Too much attention early on will actually suggest insecurity and raise doubts as to your motives. Worst of all, it gives your targets no room for imagination. Take a step back. Let the thoughts you are provoking come to them as if they were their own. Guys, when you kill the mystery, it kills all the fun in the relationship. It kills her attraction level because she knows everything about you. Listen, pretend the mystery is a pie. You want to feed her bite by bite. Listen, on the phone, especially before the first date when you're just talking on the phone, don't be out here on the phone with her for 2 hours telling her your whole life story. That is retarded. And if she starts asking questions, just be like, hey, baby, let's save that for the date. I'm not trying to kill the mystery. Because sometimes they'll ask questions like that. And that's actually a minor shit test. And listen, on the first date, don't be out here saying, like, so I grew up in this. This was my relationship to my father. This was my relationship to my mother. Then my hobbies were this, that, like, you can tell her, like, you like fishing or whatever, but you don't need to tell her your whole goddamn life story. You don't need to. That's just stupid. It kills all the mystery. Another thing is, don't flood them with attention. Don't be thinking like, oh, she's gonna forget about me if I don't text her every day. That goes back to what I was saying in point 10 when I was talking about like how if you show scarcity, it's gonna kill their attraction. See, that shows scarcity. It shows like you're not used to getting too much pussy, so you really got to make sure this one stick. You really got to make like you got to go above and beyond to make sure like this one doesn't like fall through. It also like makes women think like you're used to getting rejected. You're used to getting flaked on if every single day you're texting her, because basically what you're saying is like, remember me, I'm still existing, remember our date, or is the date still on for Friday? That's an attraction killer. You're gonna get a one-way ticket to the friend zone or a one-way ticket to rejection. Alright guys, I hope y'all learned something from this video. Never have a stressed one, always have a blessed one. Said that shit backwards. I'll see y'all in the next one.